More times than not, it's Thomas Sowell. As soon as you start giving me quotes from him or talking about I need to read his books, I instantly just tune you out because um, I don't want to give you my reading list. I don't want to give you the stuff that I need you to read because you're not going to read it. If this is as far as you're going to go, if you're seriously throwing him in the conversation. Okay. He believes that racism only exists because black people keep talking about it. But the fact that he is the only people that cite his work are typically white conservatives. There's some black conservatives who do it too, but typically white conservatives, and they only do it in response to a black person making a point that they can't necessarily debunk through their own knowledge or anything. That's one. Two, they never, he's never mentioned, it's never mentioned with other black intellectuals. He's the only one that they use. And the only reason they use him is because they agree with him. Because if he was saying stuff they didn't necessarily agree with, they wouldn't even cite him. So is racism only exists because is that true? And how he is used is really insidious because his quotes kind of get trotted out, and they basically say, "See, this smart black guy over here says racism isn't a big deal. Get like him, agree with him, be agreeable, be agreeable." Thomas says that you should be agreeable. Thomas says that you should agree with me, and if you don't agree with me, you are trapped on the Democratic plantation or some other crazy dog whistle racism shit that should get you punched in the face. I mean, like, come on, like, you start throwing out slavery metaphors when we're talking about politics, bro. That's insulting on a level that's not even. I don't think people understand that, but they use him to shut down our conversation, and then they won't engage with any other black intellectuals, even more contemporary ones. They won't engage with them. He's their black friend, and my black friend says that you are supposed to agree with me. That's how it works. He's used his cover for actually super racist. He's kind of used his cover for actually like bad actors. And I throw Candace Owens in here. Candace Owens is a grifter. And her niche is saying a bunch of super anti-black shit and getting people all riled up in it. That's what her niche is. She failed as a liberal commenter, a liberal talking head, and so she found it was lucrative to jump over to the other side.